welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Wake Up Wednesday. I know it's getting dark outside. I'm filming this kind of late, but I film when I can fit it in, so right now is when I can fit it in. Firstly, I do apologize that there wasn't a Wake Up Wednesday last week. I know. You guys must be so tired of me apologizing, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, like it is really difficult trying to do YouTube and balance all the other things going on in life and then doing work as well and working pretty much full time. It can be really difficult. So I apologize. I'm gonna try and keep them as consistent as I can and where I can, and I'll always drop videos when I can. But yeah, it just was a bit of a long, tough week last week, so I just couldn't. But anyway, we are back, and by the title of this video, you're probably thinking, what are you talking about, Nissy? What is wrong with you? Are you preparing for your problems? Why should I be preparing for negative things to happen to me? Isn't that, you know, me opening up the door for bad energy, negative things to happen? Isn't that me encouraging negative things to happen to me? Like why? But that's not the case at all. You know, when I was thinking about what to film, and I really had to sit down and be like, you know, what else can I talk about? What different ways and different angles can I try to encourage people from? You know, God really laid on my heart. Like you guys already know that a lot of the time I feel like God gives me like a title or something, and then he kind of lets me divulge it and pull it apart. So the title, Are You Preparing for Your Problems, kind of came to mind, and I was like, what? And I was trying to think, like, how can I really explain this? And this branches off of a Bible passage that we actually were looking at in church one Sunday. This was weeks ago, but it just stuck in my head, and I can't remember the exact passage right now, but it was essentially talking about, you know, the passage went roughly like something, when trouble occurs, or when something, basically indicating, you know, when bad things happen. So not saying if it happens, not saying it might happen, it literally said when it happens, i.e. it is going to happen at some point. There is no kind of like clarifying factor to say it's gonna happen on this exact date, at this exact time, on this exact part of the world. But all we can guarantee and that we know in life is that negative, bad, horrible, sometimes devastating things happen. It is a part of life. It is the process of life. It is going to happen. But yourself and myself need to think, how can we prepare for those things? We prepare for so many things, okay, in life. When there is a test, what do? You sit, you prepare, you revise, you do your homework, you do your research, you do whatever you need to do in order for you to prepare for that. When you are about to have, let's say, have a baby, you prepare. You buy the baby clothes, you buy the cot, you maybe decorate a room for them, you buy them all the things that they need in order for you to be as prepared. Obviously, we know that when the baby comes, you know, there's no 100% way for you to be completely prepared, but you do certain things in order to help yourself when you get there. Even things like baby proofing your home, whether it be, I don't know, putting things like cushiony things on like the edges of like tables, getting those little gate things between, let's say, staircases and the top of the stairs, so that the child won't like fall down the stairs. But things like that. When you are, I don't know, you know, preparing to move into a new house, you prepare yourself. You pack your bags, you do what you need to do, you prepare maybe a set amount of money, you put money aside to say, okay, we know that we're going to need to paint, we're going to need to decorate, we're going to need to do this and this and that. So you prepare the best that you can. Again, you cannot be 100% prepared, but you prepare yourself the best you can. So why is it that when it comes to our problems and issues and things that happen in life, we don't prepare ourselves the best we can? Now again, I'm going to repeat, you can never be entirely prepared for anything. It's just a fact of life, okay? Only God himself knows exactly what is going to happen and what is to come. You obviously do not know that. I don't know that. We do not know that. However, we don't sit down and really prepare ourselves for times of battle and times of hardship. Now, I'm not saying sit there and think to yourself like, okay, I know that bad things are going to happen to me, so, you know, and you go into panic mode and you go into a downward spiral thinking like, okay, so no, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, you know, whether it be preparing mentally, whether it be preparing spiritually, you know, especially when it comes to spiritually, if you're someone that's a believer and you yourself even know that the enemy is always prowling always prowling. He does not give up. He does not stop. He's always prowling, trying to find ways to, you know, come and literally to devour you. Why are you not preparing? Why are you not reading the word? Why are you not praying more? Why are you not really preparing yourself for battle? And that can be applied to, you know, all sorts of areas in your life. If you know that, you know, maybe certain things might happen, why are you not preparing yourself by building up your mental psyche, by, you know, getting to a place where you're building yourself up, growing your confidence in yourself, growing your self-esteem, growing even in terms of, you know, the people that are around you, surrounding yourself with the right people who continually speak life into you, so that when something negative does happen, or when, you know, the enemy tries to come and lie to you and try to say something, you immediately can stand up and say, you're not getting me. Why? Because I have been preparing myself for these moments. I've been preparing myself for when life will get tough, mentally, emotionally, with having the right people around me who can support me and who have constantly been speaking life into me. The kind of image that's coming to mind right now is like having a hammer and nails. It's like you, as you're preparing, trying to get yourself ready for, you know, maybe some of the difficult things that can happen to life. As I said before, you know, there's no way to prepare for things that, let's say, like death is such a horrible thing, and it's crazy because it's the one thing in life that is guaranteed. Nothing else in life is guaranteed, but one thing that's guaranteed is that we will all die. But it's one of the most painful and most horrible things, especially when it happens very unexpectedly. You know, not that the person has been ill for a long time, but literally, like, you wake up today and that person is there, and you go to sleep and you wake up tomorrow and that person is gone. That is horrifying. But, you know, speaking of things maybe outside of that realm of really, really dramatic things like that, but, you know, I kind of think of a nail and a hammer. So you have a nail, and every single day you affirm certain things into your life. You speak life over yourself, and of course a sirens. Anyway, let's get back to where I was. What was I saying? Nail and a hammer. Yes. So every day as you are speaking life into yourself, you're taking a hammer and you're nailing it into, let's say, a wall, okay? You take another hammer. The next day again, you're affirming certain things over yourself. You're surrounding yourself with other people and with the right people. You are, you know, listening to the right things. You are reading books that are helping you in certain ways. You are teaching yourself new skills. You are doing something every day as you are going. It's like taking a nail and hammering it into the wall, hammering it into the wall, hammering it into the wall, so that when something bad or something negative does happen, you have so many nails in that wall that, okay, well, someone might yank one, okay, it hurts a little bit, it's a little bit painful, but you still have so many other nails in the wall that are holding that wall up. This is a poor example, but you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to say anyway. But, you know, something else might happen, and another, you know, that means another nail comes out again. It's a little bit painful, but it still remains. There's still loads of nails holding up that wall, or holding up, let's say, a poster, holding up that poster. Again, they might yank it out again, another nail comes out, but again, there are other nails that are holding up that poster. And that's how I kind of visualize it, you know? I see it as you have to be preparing just as much as you prepare for so many other things in your life. It is important that you build yourself up. You know, really look after yourself, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health. You really invest in yourself, so that when things do happen, you, to some degree, you know, kind of know that you are prepared to face that battle, or to face what is happening in front of you, or to face that problem. It will not knock you off of your feet, because you are rooted. You're rooted in the ground because you've spent time and energy to focus on yourself, to focus on your inner being, to focus on your spirit, your body, your mind, your soul. You've had time to focus on that, so that when those storms hit you, when that tempest hits you, when that earthquake, that tsunami, whatever it is, comes and hits you, you can still stand strong, because you are rooted. You are deeply rooted in something that you have been preparing in for a very long time. So that is what I mean by preparing for your problems. I'm not saying sit there in cold sweats and every single day be worried and anxious, like, okay, a problem is gonna come, oh, life is going great right now, something wrong. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is that in this life, there are so many things that happen. You know, while there are so many great things that can happen, there are so many bad things that happen as well. But if you are preparing yourself daily, slowly, working on yourself, building up your self-esteem, your inner strength, that inner part of yourself, really working to build that up, when those problems come, oh, trust me, they were meant to knock you down, they were meant to kill you, they were meant to damage you, they were meant to leave you feeling defeated and completely lost. but instead they're just another thing that you wipe off your shoulder and you say, do you know what, I'm carrying on, I'm moving forward because I know who I am. I know how prepared I am within myself to fight this battle and to stand up and to be a conqueror. That is where I want us to be at, you know, and I'm still working on it. I know that there are times where I should be reading more of the word. I should be really getting deeper and deeper and deeper, so that when the enemy tries to come for me, I'm like, I'm ready for you. I will assassinate your ass right here, right now. I'm cut up. Ooh, I'm getting in my feelings about this video. But yeah, like, you know, that's how we should be. Like, we should be preparing ourselves just in every way that we can, as much as we can, so that when those battles and those things come, oh my goodness, we can, you know, really stand up strong, and we can be prepared to fight and to wage war on those things and not let them conquer us, but rather we conquer them. And as I'm on the note of preparing, of course, when it comes to other things as well, you can actually prepare for things in the physical sense as well. So obviously the main gist of this video was about more the inner being and the spiritual aspect, and just preparing mentally, emotionally, and what's going on inside. But of course you can also prepare for other things, whether it be things like death, you know, one thing that is guaranteed. So I know that some people have life insurance. It's something that I'm definitely looking into. I need to get life insurance like ASAP, because like, Lord knows, like, I could die tomorrow. You know, though there are so many things that I feel like God still wants me to do, the matter of the fact is I could die tomorrow, a loved one could die tomorrow. So that's a physical way that you can actually prepare for certain things that could happen. And like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, preparing for exams, preparing for tests, preparing for when you have a child, preparing for you moving, or big, you know, things that are happening in your life. There are so many things that you can prepare, but make sure you do it, because when that item or that thing comes, you don't want to be there like, oh, okay, I wasn't ready, oh, here. No, we don't want you to be that person. So yeah, prepare the best that you can, and let's go out into the world and be conquerors, because things are going to happen. And have you seen the state of this world? More things are going to keep happening, but we're going to prepare ourselves so that we're ready. We're literally ready for war. Like, this is warfare, guys. We are ready for war. We need to arm up, we need to get our weapons, and we need to literally set our eyes on the target and say, do you know what? We're ready. So I really do hope that you enjoyed today's Wake Up Wednesday. I hope that it made sense as well. I know that I was ducking and diving and weaving all over the place a little bit, but yeah, I hope that it made sense to you, and I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please guys, subscribe, join the family. There's no point lurking and lurking and lurking if you are not going to subscribe. Yeah, I love you guys so much, always, always, and always, and I really do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again next week for another Wake Up Wednesday. Stay beautiful.